During history, I was given an assessment, and it was about traditions and tribal dances of different races through time. I got to pick which one I want to research. None were specific, just that I had to describe some tribal dance or chant. I looked around the class for ideas of what to search, but I couldn't see anyone, so I just searched tribal chant, but it was kind of difficult to find a good one because none of them quite caught my attention. I looked around the class again, and I noticed a group of girls who always post on Facebook just after 11, posting about some 11:11 stuff and tagging their boyfriends and close friends. I opened another tab because I wanted to know why they post about it. But when I hit enter for the search, I actually had searched tribal dance 11:11, and it said, "Did you mean tribal dance 113?" It struck me as strange that it suggested that, so I clicked it and visited one of the first few links because a couple were just ads. This page didn't have any specific location to where the dances were done, but it was in full about how the pre-dance sacrifice was done and the dance itself was portrayed. The sacrifice was written as, "Find a young, blind, male child of local residence to the sacrificial site. If there is none, find just a young male child and cause him to be blind with any procedure. Separate him from the mother. Collect a sufficient amount of jewelry and gold. Collect torn cloth from the mother and give to the child which was separated from her. Cause this child to cry and collect the tears. The tears once obtained, no matter how little were collected, are poured into a container that would hold this child. During the first hour of the first day of the third month, the container is to be placed at the sacrificial site and have the child be placed in it, along with the jewelry, gold, and torn cloth from his mother. In this container, any part of the child's body below his chin, which is not covered in tears, is then filled with water up to the point of the child's chin." I was surprised by what was written in the sacrifice part, because most of the way reading it, I thought the child was going to be killed. With his head above the water, it sounded like he survives. I went on to read about the chant or the dance that was performed, and it was described as, "By all chanting participants, two rings are formed around the child, an interior ring and an exterior ring. The interior ring of people will chant in a synchronized tone to the words 113. The exterior ring of people are to chant the words which have been chosen for that respective year. The chants and formations of both rings are to be kept constant for the whole first hour of the first day of the third month, and the end of this was told in many ways. The end of this hour." After reading this section of the page about the 113 chant, I started to think how similar it is to witch tales I've read before, and so I wanted to know whether stopping witches was why they did this or something else. It wasn't as easy, but I'd found why they did this ritual, and it wasn't witches or things commonly known, and nor was its name given. A shadowed and hidden figure will rise if this ritual is not completed each year. He hungers for strong and connected hearts. He leaves no mark it was him, but love will slowly fade, and heart will be consumed, devoured, and ripped into pieces in front of your lovers and your eyes, for he is likely to be blind himself. Beware. Stronger the connection of the two hearts, the more emotion he can get out of the other, the more fun he will have decaying the bodies of each of these hearts. Slowly, a sharp feeling will slowly run up your arm, and in a moment that sharp feeling will cause your arm to snap and cause a loud crunch. Your legs will feel like they are heavy and so weighed down until the point that they become dust themselves. If you're lucky, he will open your rib cage just like windows. Windows to your heart. And he will take your heart and eat the rest of your organs in your torso, making your lover look. Once he has accomplished that, he will take your heart over to your lover and muck about with it, as if it was just a toy. He'll tear it into smaller pieces and eat some himself, and then will also force your lover to indulge in some pieces of your heart. Your lover won't then die. They will live on with the memory of that recurring as a constant nightmare, but the thought of this creature will be distorted, so he cannot be stopped. My mind, everything to me just then felt silent, as I was scared if this would happen. I noticed there was a search box on the website. Words wouldn't normally come up with results, but numbers would, and I think these numbers that would come up were years. Each number, including BC ones, came up with a result, all except 2012 and 2013. The search for that year only had a notice which said the chanting did not occur. It stopped. The seal is broken. Do you have the heart? Do you?